Hi guys, welcome back to the show. So, this week we have a lot to discuss. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the news, and we gotta get to the drama. Hello. And I also want to talk about how I've been hanging out with people and then their expectations and my expectations, and dive into a little bit of the stereotypical gay community. We definitely have to address that. So, the first thing that we need to address is Thursday. So, that was. I'm still laughing at the article now as I'm reading it. This is so crazy. So, you know who was found guilty of all 54 charges? I mean, I fucking hate politics, but this shit is so funny. And then you literally have people online, well, not 54 charges, my mistake, 34 charges, that he was found guilty for. What a surprise. And of course, playing the victim, like, oh, it's everybody's fault. It's the court system is rigged. The people that they selected to be his peers is rigged. Like, everybody's at fault, but the person to blame, which is the head honcho. And then, of course, Republicans are still after him, are still supporting him and calling this a fake political stunt. It's it's baffling. Like, this is America. This is America. We are the laughing stock of the world right now, because instead of people taking accountability and responsibility as they should, they want to place the blame on everybody else but themselves. Typical American. That's why the world doesn't like us, because we never can own up to the things that we do wrong and the things that we do to hurt other people. Typical America. But enough about politics, because I can go on and on about that. And I'm actually really tired and don't feel like talking about everything that's going on. But I just thought that it was funny and I wanted to bring that shit up to you guys. So another thing is so we're getting ready for Pride Month. Pride Month is here. I am so excited to go to these Pride events and meet new people and just hopefully have a good summer. That's what I'm hoping for, y'all. I'm hoping for a good summer. I already have some plans in the works for the show to take it on the road, as they say. I have some dates scheduled for my friends, and my birthday's coming up, guys. I can't wait for that video for my birthday event that I'm throwing for myself. And I will be showcasing that hopefully next week, I believe. I'll be doing that episode. So you guys definitely need to tune in next week, because it's going to be an exciting episode. And then I also wanted to address something that's kind of been concerning me about the gay community. And it's going to be a hot topic. You guys know I'm the one to talk about it. I'm the one to bring it up because I'm not afraid. And I feel like we should talk about the important things. And one of the things that was brought to my attention, and just talking with my friends and talking with other people that I know, is kind of like the stereotype that is generated from the gay community, or stigmatized on the gay community, is the whole STI thing. So that's the sexually transmitted infection or whatever, aka HIV, gonorrhea, chlamydia, herpes, whatever you want to, a whole bunch of diseases basically, which have been around, mind you. I was looking this up because I was trying to do my research, y'all, because you know I like to come with receipts when I say stuff. And basically these STIs have been around for years. Like, well before the 1900s. I think they even date back to like even the 1600s. Because I was doing the research. Let me see. When were STIs discovered? Yeah. So the first mentions of sexually transmitted infections can be found in ancient Egyptian, Greek, and Romans around 400 BC. 400 BC. Hippocrates described a condition that sounded like gonorrhea. In addition to this, there was also evidence that syphilis was a common problem in ancient times. So, historically, the documentation of the STIs equated back to like 1550 BCE. Like, it was during the Bible. Like, it was during when Jesus was alive, essentially. So it's just baffling to me how we're fast forward to 2024, and yet and still we still have people who are stigmatizing HIV and other diseases to a specific group of people. That is wrong. That is wrong in itself. This stuff has been out since 550 BC. Okay? It didn't just awaken in the 1980s, 1970s, 1960s. Bitch, the shit was here before the earth was even formed. Essentially, if it's BCE, and then this is like around when Christ was walking the earth, and all this stuff. Like, this is what's so amazing. It's just like gay people. They've been around for centuries. I don't understand why all of a sudden, because we have all this technology and everybody has this information which is wrong available to them, that all of a sudden that means, oh my gosh, this is something new. This is an epidemic. No, it's not new. It's not new. So the whole reason why I want to bring this up is because I honestly feel like, having conversations with the gay community, having conversations with the straight community, because it's not just the gay community that have STIs. The straight community has STIs too. Like they said, a lot of this stuff came from animals. I don't know how it transpired because I'm not a scientist. I'm not claiming to be a scientist. But originally, a lot of the sexually transmitted diseases were originated from animals and somehow transferred over to humans, probably by humans having sex with animals, bestiality, or whatever form that enabled a blood transfusion. I don't know. Somehow it transferred over to humans, and then humans started carrying it and then spreading it. So I understand that. And I understand everybody being cautious and not wanting to catch anything and not wanting to get anything. But I feel like as a community, we keep stigmatizing each other, saying, oh, well, you have HIV, so I don't want to be with you because I don't want to catch it, and that makes you a hoe because you have it, and all that. That's all stigmatizing it. That's all you're doing is stigmatizing it. You don't know how someone has it. And I want to say this. I 1,000% fully support anybody that has HIV, anybody that has gonorrhea, anybody that has any type of disease, because you don't even know the circumstances of how that came about. And anybody can catch it. You cannot just catch it only by sexually being active. You can catch it by getting high and sticking yourself with needles. You can catch it so many other ways. So you can be born with it. You can have your parent can have it, and you can be born and have it. So there's so many ways that people can have this, and we need to stop stigmatizing it. I'm not saying that it should be normal that everybody should be walking around with a disease, but it should be okay. It should be understandable. Just the same way, look at it like this, guys. The same way that people take shots so they don't have a flu, or they take shots so they don't have the measles or the chicken pox, and you don't say, I won't date you because you have measles. You won't say, I won't date you because you have chicken pox. Exactly. It is treatable. You can still get it. It's still treatable, and you can still live a normal life. So it's the same thing with HIV and with gonorrhea and syphilis and all these other diseases. You can treat it, and you can still be with a partner that has that. And that doesn't mean that you will get it, because we have technology now that actually helps, where you can take prep actually, where you won't get anything. So I'm confused as to why everyone is still, I won't say everyone, a lot of people are still closed-minded about this. I personally don't have an issue with it, and I would support anyone that has it. As long as they are doing what they're supposed to do and taking their medicine and, protecting themselves and protecting other people, then I say more power to you. You're doing the right thing. And another thing that I wanted to touch on, because I was looking this up, is that people don't have to disclose their status. I understand that this is a touchy subject and people don't like to talk about it, but I'm going to be the bitch that talks about it, because I like to come with informed information. And doing my research, yes, it is not required by law. Maybe in some states, I have to look up every single state, but it's not required by law that you have to disclose your status to a sexual partner. The only time that they recommend it is when you're having unprotected sex. Yes, you need to tell that person that you are having unprotected sex with them and you have gonorrhea, chlamydia, HIV, whatever. But if you don't, or if you have, like, say for you have HIV and it's undetectable, you are not required by law to tell that person that you have that and that you're undetectable, and that they need to know that. I understand people wanting to know things, but when you have, like, I will bring it back up, when you have the flu, when you have chicken pox, when you have all these other, the measles, all these other diseases that you can catch and get sick from, you don't display that to everybody. You don't display, oh yeah, I got the chicken pox. Yes, because some symptoms you can see that a person clearly has that. So I understand that. But at the same time, I understand being honest and being open. But for people, my problem is people that are stigmatizing a certain handful of people that are diagnosed with certain diseases that they can't help or they can't control and they can't get rid of, because clearly they haven't developed a fucking cure, which I don't even want to get into how long it's taken to develop a fucking HIV cure, because that's ridiculous. We should have came out with a cure for that. It's just like cancer. I literally feel like they have the technology to do it. They just want to keep milking the fucking insurance and milking people having to take pills and having to do all this stuff. We need to wake up. So, anyways, guys, I definitely want to thank you for listening to this rant and rave, because I really had to get this off my chest. It was so bothering me this week. This whole week it's been bothering me, because I feel like the world is already cruel enough. The world is already bitter enough. The world is already hateful enough. We don't need more stigmatizing, more hate, more misunderstanding, because that's what it is. A lot of people don't understand things, and then they just assume things instead of doing the research and asking someone that's professionally and knows what they're talking about before you jump to conclusions. That's all I'm saying. And then to try to put yourself in a box like, I don't want to do this because of this and I don't want to do that. That's That's not how we are as humans. We have to learn to involve and embrace one another. Whether you like it or not, we need to learn to embrace each other. That's all I got to say for now, guys. So I love you all, and much love to everyone, much support to everyone, and stay blessed. And remember that that's bossy and bougie. And keep it centered. Love you guys. Until next time. Bye for now.